Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you guys here today. Today, we have an awesome video for you on XRP and much, much more.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.
So in today's video, we will be jumping into the XRP charts. We're also going to cover Bitcoin and Ethereum in today's video. We might even take a quick look at Shiba Inu, see what's going on in all of this craziness. We want to see, obviously, over the last couple of days, I'm sure you've heard, if you follow the news at all about crypto, Ethereum has absolutely been on a moonshot. Bitcoin has made some serious gains, and we do now have 2 positive days in a row for XRP. So we're going to jump in those charts. We are still running into these supply and demand resistance zones, just like we talked about yesterday. And if you are not subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button. Also, if you want to learn the #1 way that we make income online besides crypto, make sure you go down in the description of this video, the very first sentence there. Click on that link, sign up for all of the free information as well. Today, Binance releases Oracle service on BNB chain, rivaling Chainlink. Elon Musk visits Twitter headquarters ahead of acquisition. United Kingdom banks hate crypto, and that's bad news for everyone. Andreessen Horowitz loses billions of dollars but remains faithful to crypto. And we'll also touch on some stocks trending after hours, Meta, Ford, ServiceNow, and more in today's video. Binance releases Oracle will be the first article. Binance has released an Oracle service called Binance Oracle to help blockchain applications connect with real-world data. BNB chain ecosystem will be the first blockchain to use the Binance Oracle, though the team has plans to expand to other chains. Over 10 BNB chain projects have already integrated with the Binance Oracle. Binance Oracle will emerge as a significant contributor to Web3 by offering a stable, reliable, and efficient Oracle network with comprehensive accuracy and accessibility of features. The Oracle solution will aggregate off-chain data needed by applications such as those in the decentralized finance sector. Binance Oracle will leverage the use of threshold signatures, a type of cryptographic tool that will be used to securely sign data feeds into blockchain applications. This cryptographic mechanism will assure that there is no single point of failure in the data feed. With this release, Binance has forayed into a niche largely dominated by Chainlink, an Oracle network that serves over 690,000 active users across many different blockchains. Other Oracle projects like Band Protocol, Ocean, Pyth are widely used by blockchain apps as well. Now, this is really, really interesting because, as we all know, Binance, one of the largest, if not the largest, actual exchange, is now continuing to add to their entire ecosystem because they have the exchange, obviously, where tons of transactions are done. They have the smart chain where all of these different projects are built on top of. And now they're adding an Oracle to their portfolio. And let me remind you, the #1 most expensive item in the world right now is data. So no matter what, data, it has the most value. Nothing holds more value in the real world today than data. And I know some of you guys may be saying that is absolutely crazy. It's true. You know, obviously water has more value. If you look at it, air has more value, things of those natures. But when it comes to real world applications, besides living in nature, data. That's why back in the day, Facebook was one of the most amazing companies to hold as a stock because they stole all of your data and then sold it to other people. So data is a big deal. Binance is already a big deal. Adding this to the platform is a major big deal. Elon Musk visits Twitter headquarters. A video of Elon Musk posted shows Tesla SpaceX CEO entering Twitter's headquarters carrying what appears to be a bathroom sink. The billionaire changed his Twitter bio to say Chief Twit. And I'm not sure of the joke exactly, but I did see the video of him walking into the actual headquarters with an actual bathroom sink. So I don't know if it's one of those, like, because he paid so much money. I paid everything and the bathroom sink, you know, like it was really expensive, and the kitchen sink. I don't have any idea of the joke, but I'm sure that the idea will come out. Musk, in a video conference with bankers, said that $44 billion acquisition deal would close by this Friday. So tomorrow, Bloomberg reported. After trying to back out of the deal in July and he was going to be sued by Twitter, Musk reversed his position last month, saying that he indeed wanted to make the move with the acquisition. Twitter deal temporarily on hold pending details supporting calculation that spam fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% users. Musk tweeted back in May, the only thing that is potentially still out there is that the Biden administration could actually cancel this deal. Internal research from Twitter revealed this week that the social media platform is struggling to keep its most active users, which are responsible for 90% of all tweets and half of its global revenue. A beautiful thing about Twitter is how it empowers citizen journalism. People are able to disseminate news without an establishment bias, Musk tweeted. So, hey, let me know down in the comments. I've talked a lot about crypto Twitter. Crypto Twitter does a really great job of there's people out there that make calls on certain coins that do really well, not financial advice, but they talk about coins that end up taking off and exploding. So that's really cool. NFT Twitter is a big deal. So people in the crypto and Web3 space utilize Twitter to the utmost as they can. Let me know down in the comments, do you actually use Twitter? Do you have a Twitter? If you do not, why do you not have Twitter? Let me know down in the comment section in the video. United Kingdom banks hate crypto, and the bad news for everyone. Banks in the UK are trying to block business and individuals alike from investing in cryptocurrencies. Regulators should fix the situation. Banks are understandably and responsibly concerned with scams, but their current situation creates uncertainty. Crypto investors need to be able to move their money around as they like, and crypto businesses need access to payment rails for a variety of other reasons, such as paying staff and suppliers. A catch-22 that harms market competition. By barring crypto businesses from accessing mainstream banking, organizations are forced to use payment services providers, which are rated higher risk by banks because they're also used by gambling industry. There's a lack of nuance in this process, with banks tending to blanket block transactions through PSPs. This is also restricting individuals' freedoms, of course, so banks' economic risk reward calculations mean they continue to dip their toes in offering banking service to crypto asset service providers. But those relationships are fraught. Take, for instance, Barclays providing faster payment services to Coinbase, which ended up abruptly after 3 months. It's likely that the risk was deemed too great in return for the reward of the amount of funds. So increasingly, banks are blocking crypto payments entirely or triggering their fraud prevention process, wherein customers are called to verify their transactions made with an understanding of the risks. That's an infringement on ordinary people's freedom to do what they like with their finances. And the risk weighing given to crypto-related transactions simply isn't justified. Banks are contradicting themselves here with this type of situation. So although crypto businesses struggle to open bank accounts and investors have their freedom curtailed, there is significant interest in crypto from nearly every high street bank. But that's just on one side of the bank. They're looking at whether crypto will work from an institutional investment standpoint. But that willingness and knowledge don't make it across the building to the people doing transactional banking, retail, and corporate. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Crypto adoption as a form of institutional investment will be hampered by same issues. Banks are showing a short-sightedness that fails to translate interest in one area into meaningful process across others, harming every aspect. So right now, the banks are very excited about putting their money into crypto, investing in it themselves, but they don't want you or me, regular old people, investing in it. So that is contradicting themselves big time. So it's very interesting that the UK is trying to take a harsh stance on crypto for retail traders, but at the same time, they're excited about doing it as investors themselves as the big banks. Do you think that something is coming to the United States? Do you think that other countries are going to have this type of issues? We are already seeing that with the SEC case versus XRP. Obviously, that's not banking. That's the full-on government coming after you. But we do understand that in the US, a lot of companies don't use crypto as a payment source yet because there's fears there, right? Because it's unregulated. So you have to only pay, most companies, with fiat currency. Now, we have seen some major corporations starting to adopt the ability to pay with Bitcoin and Shiba Inu and other coins, So we'll see what happens in the long term. Andreessen Horowitz loses billions. So the A16Z general partner, Chris Dixon, focuses on the activity of entrepreneurs and developers, not on prices. And if you're not aware, Andreessen Horowitz, or A16Z, is a private American venture capital firm. It has become one of the major victims of the crypto market crisis that broke out this spring. So despite the downturn, the company said it remains faithful the crypto-centric vision of the internet called Web3. Now, what's also interesting here is they took out a huge loan from Voyager. Voyager did not do any due diligence on this company. This company did not have the actual funding to back it. And they are basically the first domino that started the whole domino effect of the entire crash. In comments to Wall Street Journal in an article, A16Z's crypto involvement published on October 26, Chris Dixon, a general partner from the firm chief decision maker on crypto investments, pledged his intention to continue investing in the market despite losses. He says, what I look at is not the prices. I look at the entrepreneur and developer activity. That's the core metric. Nevertheless, A16Z has adjusted its bullish strategy on crypto assets after its main crypto fund, launched in 2018, lost around 40% of its value in the first half of 2022. In Q3 2022, it announced only 9 deals with crypto startups compared to with 26 announcements in Q4. A16Z still remains a large beneficiary of the crypto market's positive leap in recent years. It saw almost 10x gains after backing the exchange Coinbase in 2013 and 100x gain in value in the non-fungible token marketplace OpenSea, which it backed in 2021. And before we jump into the charts here, stocks trending after hours. So if you're not aware, the stock market just came out with earnings reports, and these are having the biggest breakouts up or down and are trending at the moment. Meta Platforms had a huge miss on earnings, and soft fourth quarter revenue guidance pushed shares lower in extended trading. Revenue for the quarter was $27.7 billion, better than the $27.4 billion expected. Reality Labs operating loss totaled $3.67 billion, more than Wall Street's forecasted $3.09 billion. Facebook daily active users reached 1.98 billion in the third quarter, while monthly activity was 2.96 billion. So Jefferies analyst Brent Thill said, everyone wants Mark Zuckerberg to hit the air brakes on expenditures. And the fact that they're holding headcount flat is good, but I think everyone is calling for more severe measures to get a hold of what's happening in this macro storm. So here is the call for job cuts. This would be the official final stage of recession. We would be able to officially call this recession. A lot of people are calling it a recession, but the job losses have not started. If layoffs and job losses and things of that nature start, then we could be in for a real trouble. So Meta Platforms here was at 129 after hours, down $25. Holy moly, down 20% after hours. Absolutely crazy. Ford also trending right now. Shares of the automaker dropped after the company's profit fell short of expectations. Revenue for the third quarter was $39.4 billion, while adjusted earnings were 30 cents a share. Ford also said it would be taking $2.7 billion non-cash pre-tax impairment on an investment in Argo AI. So if you're not aware, Ford is trying to make their own self-driving car, and it's not going well. So even with that news, we got Ford during the regular market was only down 1 cent. After hours, only down 14 cents. So they kind of survived this whole situation. But as you can see, they've been trending down since January. Here's a positive side of things. ServiceNow, now ticker, the stock surged 11% after profit beat expectations and subscription revenues grew $22 from a year ago. The number of customers paying over $10 million in annual contract value surged 60% year over year. ServiceNow also announced today that the CEO, Bill McDermott, will also serve as chairman of ServiceNow's board of directors. Founder Fred Luddy, who has served as chairman, will remain as a board member. And here we have ServiceNow at 366. On the day, it was down $10. After hours, though, holy freaking schmoly, up $42.50, 11% up gain after hours. All right, so here we are on the XRP chart. So a couple of things that I want to point out. First and foremost, we are still in the black background. As you see, this is the green background bullish. We're in the black background bearish, but we are back above our volatility band. We are back above the slower moving average RSI. So we are on the positive side of things, and we can see that by 2 days consecutively to the upside. Now, one thing that we are continuing to run into is this blue box right here. So right now we're up 1.42%. We do have 1 hour, 7 minutes left in the daily charts. Let's go ahead and turn off these indicators so they're not as confusing for you guys. And that one too. Okay, so right now we have our 4 hour supply and demand boxes here. This red one to the top side, 47,154. So 0.47154. We need to break that. Once we break that, we can get into the red box. The red box, we need to then keep climbing, and to claim that zone, we need a 48,411. 0.48411 will give us the move that we need to give us some confidence that we have a trend to the upside starting. Okay, so we have that to keep in mind. On a smaller scale, we have our 1 hour box here, this blue box, which the top has been acting as a resistance, and even the bottom of the box now is starting to act as a resistance as well. But you can see this level here is 46,679 is the bottom of the box. 46,679 would be the resistance zone. So it's broken through there a tad bit on our 4 hour. And then we have our zone right here, the top side, 47,282, which 47,282, it acted right here on our 9 a.m. candle. It rode exactly to the top of that, rejected there, came down. It's making its second attempt. Now on this second attempt, it actually bounced off of our 4 hour supply and demand box. So we're getting weaker along the way as of right now. As we remember yesterday, price did come down, tapped right exactly onto our 4 hour supply and demand box here before making its run to the upside there. Down here on this smaller scale, smaller time frame, we have the green background, so we're bullish. We're also back above the market baseline, this yellow line here, so we're bullish. So things are looking to the upside for now. We just need to break through these zones here like we talked about, because once we claim this zone here, this blue box as a support, then we can make our move to clearing the red box to the upside. If we had some sort of downturn where this is continued rejection, and then we get enough orders that start to sell off, price could then start to make its way down to our downside supply and demand zone here and reject off of this 4 hour supply and demand zone again, 44,323, 44 cents here, and make its way down to the 1 hour supply and demand zone, which is 43,681. That's the potential. Still trading in this zone. It's been in this zone for quite some time now. I mean, in fact, it broke down into this zone really all the way back here at basically the 13 candle on October 18th, and it's been trading in there. It has had a couple of wicks below there, I agree, but it's really in this zone where it's kind of made itself comfortable. So we're waiting for either the drop back to the support zone here, or we're looking for a nice solid push to the outside. Everything I'm seeing right now looks pretty bullish. Let's go ahead and turn on our moving averages now and see what we've got here. So we talked about this the other day, how the 50 line had crossed below the teal line, the 1100 moving average, and that was very, very bearish situation. But price immediately rebounded back up. So we're at a really crazy decision point right now in price and time on the 4 hour. So the 50 is starting to climb. If this works, we could continue to stay bullish. One of my indicators that I have here, the 1 hour still looks very bullish. We might have a correction down to the 50 moving average, which is 46 cents. The 4 hour is giving me a little bit of a bearish signal over here on my other signals. The daily, and then this other signal system I have, it only works on a PC, and I can't record on the PC, so that's why it's not up on the screen. The daily's looking bullish though. So this is like literally, this is the zone that we're going to find out. Do we get more momentum, continuation to the downside here, or can we start to battle back? The lower time frames look very bullish, as we've been talking about. These higher time frames, the 4 hour, is giving us a little bit of a scare here. But you can see all of our moving average sloping up here on the 1 hour, looking very strong. Let's see if we can make this push to the upside. Check back with me tomorrow and we'll double check on this. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, oh my gosh, man, this is absolutely crazy. It's been rocket shipped to the moon. And let's take a look here on the weekly charts. So on the weekly charts, price for Ethereum got back to the week of September 5th, 2022. And that's kind of where it run into a rejection point off of that, off of the bottom of that candle there. It did wick above there a little bit, but then decided to reject off of there for now. And then when we take a look at the daily charts, we've had these little micro candles going up were really strong, but boom, boom, absolute moonshot candles. The one thing that does bother me, and if you guys have watched my channel, my segment, we now have some really fat fair value gaps right here. And also this one will create, when this one closes in 1 hour, and the wick of this candle is here. And the next candle is going to be here. So price will either come back and remove this fair value gap that will be there, or price will just come down there naturally now. That's what we're going to find out. So price needs to fill in this zone from this area to here, whether that's the next candle comes down or over time it comes down. But also the previous day's candle still has this big fat fair value gap there that needs to be filled as well. Markets do not like to leave fair value gaps on the daily chart. That would get us back to 1372. And what's interesting, I know some of you guys are like, oh no, I missed the move. And boy, oh boy, is that the worst feeling in the world, right? Oh my gosh, the bull run started and I'm not in it. That's definitely a possibility. But at the same time, there's also a possibility of a correction. Price usually comes back to the 786, 70 line. That would get us back to 1276 or 1311 on the Ethereum charts. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything because I talk about on this channel, just financial entertainment. Also, price has gotten outside on the daily of our volatility band, significantly outside. Crazy. I don't even know. I've never seen a run like this. Maybe last year when Shiba Inu did this, but Shiba Inu kept going. So we'll see what happens here. We are now at the 70 level, oversold 70.20, 70.19 on the RSI. So that's typically a sign of overbought. So we may see a correction. We have the fair value gap that needs to be filled. If you use this bottom to that top and you're using that as a Fibonacci, well, it looks like there's room to come down. But I'm super excited about this run. That was a lot of fun, very exciting. The one thing that is also interesting, we do have the daily 1100 moving average, which is up here at 1783. Price could run to that. That would be interesting. But as we see right now, we had a high here. We came down. We had a lower high here. We came down. So we had a low and then a lower low, lower high, a lower low. Now we're putting in a price here. Does it stay here, give us a new lower high? And do we come and get one more lower low before making that move to the upside? Can we take out the June lows? Is that a possibility? We're going to keep watching. This was a very explosive move, and Ethereum's doing some really, really exciting things right now. As we drop down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that that line drops as well, and it comes into play here at 1726. If we go to the 2-hour, it surpassed the 2-hour by a good bit there. But if we take a look at Bitcoin now, Bitcoin bumped right into that 1100 moving average exactly on the 2-hour, rejected off of there, and it's making a little top here as well. So we'll see if we look at this on the daily charts for Bitcoin, and then we pull up our fair value gap here on Bitcoin as well. There is also a big fat fair value gap right there. And if we pull our Fibonacci from the most recent low That swing high, price getting back to the 786 gives us 18,750. But the other interesting thing here, you can see price got right to this previous. There was a daily fair value gap because of this candle from here to here. It went up to the 50% level, but it's also right here that it could potentially run up to and touch that 4-hour supply and demand box on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu here on the daily. Shiba Inu has had two significant big time candlesticks as well. It's coming up to that 50 exponential moving average. Let's turn on our 21. So those are sloping up. That's good news. There's definitely room to move up here. Let's see Heikinashi. It's got a fair value, bumping off the 50. I don't know. It may have hit a little topping point here as well. So again, it might be creating that new lower high. And then we have a comeback down because look at this fair value gap down here on Shiba Inu now. It's been here for a very long time, all the way back since the June lows. It's big, fat fair value gap just sitting there. Needs to be filled. For any confidence of a super large run, that needs to be filled. Because if we go back in history on Shiba Inu, on its run, it left a small fair value gap right here. It was this one right here, okay? It left that fair value gap there. And even though that thing happened all the way back here, October 5th of 2021, it came and filled it on May 13th, 2022. I would rather not have a fair value gap available. If it just left, come and fill it and then get the frick out of here. That would be way more exciting for us on that. And then the same thing with XRP. XRP does have, I mean, the interesting thing, XRP left a bunch of daily fair value gaps down here at this really low level. Those probably never get filled. I mean, geez, there's no freaking way. Look at this on the weekly chart. There's a fair value gap at 9 cents for XRP. It's a trip. I don't see that happening. You never know. All right, so XRP, we're just trapped in this little zone here, and we're waiting for that to break one way or the other. We have Bitcoin potentially hitting a little bit of a peak top here on the 2-hour 1100 exponential moving average. It could bust through there. It's also crazy overbought on the RSI, so I'm waiting to see, do we have a correction for Bitcoin? It's got the momentum. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, the Dixie is crashing like a mofo. Right? We've been covering the Dixie for a very long time. This is nuts, dude. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. 3 crazy, crazy candlesticks down. Let's do a supply and demand zone here. Last blue candle before the up move would be this one. And it's not there yet. So it could definitely still keep running. Boom to 109,463. We'll see how it reacts to this zone right here. See if it catches here. And if that continues to fall, then we can count on Bitcoin and Ethereum to continue to run. As we see, they're the exact opposite, right? So the Dixie drop, and we look at Ethereum right below it, run. And we're also like in this last couple of hours, it's trying to get, it's about to break the highs again. So the previous highs are right here on Ethereum at 1596. It's trying to make that push to break those highs again. Will it? I don't know. We're having bearish divergence over and over and over, but it's not, it doesn't matter. Ethereum don't give up. You know what? It's like the honey badger right now. It just keeps on going. It doesn't matter what it's supposed to do. It's just doing what it wants to do. Same thing with Bitcoin, actually. On the 1-hour charts, bearish divergence. Don't give a, you know what? It just keeps on making its run. So let's look at a little bit more here on Bitcoin real quick. We'll go to the 4-hour charts, Heikinashi candles. This yellow one, or not yellow, this big red one is our daily box. So we'll make it yellow. There we go. And what's interesting, so since we broke out since price broke out above its highest zone right here, price broke that. There, like, where does it stop? There's no resistance in here. I mean, if you would do something like the last white candle before the up move over here, let's take this box, this backside box right here. That's a 4-hour box, so it'll be red. Well, it could make it to there, but the reality is you want the last up candle before the down move. So last up candle for the down move is this one. So if I'm getting the last up candle before the down move, and then that's the beginning of it. So that gets us all the way to here. Because we broke this, I mean, there's nothing. It's interesting. This price could literally come all the way up to 21,252. That would be based on the 4-hour. And then going back to the daily is a little lower. And that is this one here. And that gives us yellow daily. Okay. That's close to that, like 21,173. That might try to make that run up there. Maybe that is like the final push. Let's go look at Ethereum again. Oh yeah, look at this. It's trying to break the new highs. Jeez, man, Ethereum's crazy. So Ethereum, interestingly enough, could run to here on the daily, 1,693. And if we drop to the 4-hour charts, it's this one here. Turn it red. Okay. Price is in that zone right now. If we were to refine it to maybe this block here, and this one to there, and we go to current price, that is the zone that it touched exactly, wicked off of. So does it get back there? Is that a strong enough resistance? That's a 4-hour block right in that zone. That was a pretty strong area. Could that be the turnaround point? The other interesting thing is on this, I was looking at the 3-hour chart. It came up to that 1100 exponential moving average exactly and wicked off of that number. So it's trying to make that push up there again right now. Like this candle we're watching right now, it's trying to make that move. It's got 48 minutes left. Obviously, the candle after it could continue making the move, but ETH is trying to push again. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu on the 3-hour. That line is too far away. 2-hour. Well, look at that. So interesting. Shiba Inu has a trend that it's been on, and then the continuation of that trend that could now become a resistance line, which is all the way up here at quad 01114 is where that blue line will intersect on the 2-hour. The 1-hour will give us a smaller, it's hitting it now. So we'll see, does it push through the 1-hour? Or does it reject there and Shiba Inu start to carry down in price? That'll be interesting to follow that. So we know Ethereum hit it on the 3-hour, Bitcoin hit it on the 2-hour, Shiba Inu hit it on the 1-hour. Does that correlate to anything? The 2-hour rejected it here for Bitcoin, and then Ethereum on the 3-hour rejected it there for Ethereum. But cool, we have some little targets up top. Ethereum 1693, or rejecting off of where it's at now, 1596. We have Bitcoin potentially heading up to, let's see here, 21,173, or potentially rejecting now based upon its 2-hour. And then we have Shiba Inu could be running up to the resistance line here, quad 01143, maybe even higher, quad 01150, or it could be rejecting right now as well. And of course, XRP we covered in depth. We're waiting to see if it breaks out or breaks back down. And hey, by the way, if you have not joined the Bull Runners Club yet, check this.
If you're ready to earn an extra $200 to $3,000 per day in passive income, just like the Run Guys do every single day, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, then click the link in the description of this video to learn the Run Guys' #1 way to start earning passive income online with crypto today.